Crew being confronted by Bengal security after being caught filming the sidelines last week. In the video, the Patriots videographer said he was unaware of the rule against recording the sideline and offered to delete the footage several times. Bengal security could be heard chuckling and saying that the damage had already been done. A supervising producer with Kraft Sports and Entertainment released a statement that said he had no intentions to provide any of the footage to the Patriots football operations. And joining us now is Fox Sports NFL analyst James Harrison. James, how incriminating is this video?
I don't think it's very incriminating as far as it being Belichick, and that's the big thing everyone wants to think is Belichick. I see it as a lot of teams that have people in different parts of their organization don't really know all of the NFL rules. And you got somebody that's a video person, they're recording for the Kraft, network, production company. Mm-hmm. And I don't believe they know the rules. You have head coaches and the actual, coaches that are positional coaches that don't know all of the rules. So in that perspective, I don't think it's really that damning. But when the smoke is fire, so to speak, and I think it kind of hits the soft spot for me because in 2004, we kind of smacked them around, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, we sacked Brady like 2 times, maybe 4 times, picked him off twice. And
then the AFC Championship game.
And then the AFC Championship game came back, and they got, it's like they got on the magic stick. They seeing everything. He is, it's no confusion. Mm-hmm. We're showing hard from here, and it's a check off to, they hit us on something goofy, like 80-something% of our blitzes. So with that, I just don't believe they're actually, or Belichick is stupid enough to say, hey, go in here, film the sideline, wear my gear, get your credentials and everything else, and everything's going to be okay.
So, by the way, you did finish your career up there.
Yes.
Yes.
Inside.
Well, see, this is what happened. This is what I think happened. So I think when I got there, they was like, you know what? We got him, but we can't show him too much yet. We can't let him know what we're really doing.
Right.
No, I'm just playing. But I didn't, when I was there, it was none of that going on, to be totally honest.
Sniff any of that?
No, to be totally honest.
Because you got ready for a Super Bowl.
Yes.
So there was no, inside info on Philly or...
No. Okay. You know what, Jenny?
Huh.
I found something that you read very interesting.
Which part?
You said the producer said, read what you said about what the producer said.
He said that he was unaware of the rule against recording the sideline and offered to delete the footage several times.
No, that part about
Which part?
He was not gonna provide any of this to the football.
Oh, and also that he had no intentions to provide any of the footage to the Patriots football operations.
Why would he need to do that if he's shooting a piece for a website? Why would you need to broach that?
That's interesting.
Because
I think he's getting caught. Not necessarily getting caught. Someone's questioning you, and now you're thinking in your head, you know what? We do have we got a record.
Because you know why? Because what is the advanced scout doing? What does the advanced scout do? They help the football side. So what is this doing? You know why? Because here's the thing. So I just want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly, because Skip wants people to believe at home, because I always say the jury is always instructed by the judge to use common sense. You don't have to be Harvard educated. You don't need to go to the John Jay School or the New York Law School. You don't need that, Skip, one of these prestigious law schools, where they teach everything. You don't need that. Now, if this guy's recording this, would the advanced scout need to see this? Because if he needs, why would he need to see it?
You're saying he wouldn't have any involvement in the
Yes. Why would he need to see the advanced scout? They're doing a piece. They're showing him he's doing his job.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't need to see this, right? It's just going to come out. Okay, this is what you do. This is what we took, and move. Keep it on.
Well, they said they were showing what he was seeing through his binoculars. That was his excuse for why they were filming the sideline to go back and forth.
But if you notice, they never had him in the actual footage. So why wouldn't you get him behind? Why would you get him watching the game in the footage?
How would you get him in the shot unless you set up the camera right behind him and shot the top of his head?
Yes.
He's sitting beside you.
Maybe they had that, or their plan was to get that shot. We don't know at this point.
My point is, if you want to show what I'm doing, okay.
I get what you
mean, when people show what I'm doing, they film from behind the scenes.
Right
when they did the piece on Skip, they from behind the scenes, they shooting over here. They're getting, okay, this is what Skip does. Okay, but Skip is in the footage.
Okay.
Why wasn't the guy in the footage that they're shooting?
Because you're
The thing is, well, I did a little filming stuff myself, but that is in the actual. That is on the actual set now. On the actual set, I was there for literally 10 hours filming. We filmed for real 10 hours. I was there for 16 total. Okay.
Now, what was this?
This is the SWAT. And it was for 2 minutes. Guest starring for 2. I was literally on camera for like 2 minutes. They didn't even use 90% of the film that they
That's
shot.
what I told him.
So for them to do this piece and have certain parts here and there, they can't reshoot it. So they're just getting what they can because you can't say, hey, stop play and let's go back and film this and that. I understand that. But for them to actually go in there, I got a big S on my chest and talk about I'm filming this and it's not. I don't see him allowing that. You can't.
When you watch bank robbers, do most bank robbers? They normally come in when you're sophisticated. You come in with security guard equipment, right? You look like you security. You look like you work for the Brinks or Armored or whomever, Wells Fargo.
Oh, you come in there with a face mask. No, you come in there with a mask on the gun.
Yeah, when you steal $500. When you steal $500, they say okay. When you steal 500 million, they will come after you. So you have to.
Who done stole 500 million?
No, but I'm saying no. But listen what I'm saying. Skip. When you try to do things that are against the rules and regulations, you have to become more sophisticated with it. You can't just walk in there and say, yeah, we're patriots. We film for the Patriots. We're doing this for the Patriots. They said in 2015, they said if you're ever caught, the guy that broke, he said, if you're ever caught doing anything wrong, just say you work with Kraft Productions and you're doing a video feature.
Who said that?
No, stop it.
It was in 2015 when they came with Deflategate. That's what one of the employees said. You're supposed to say, this is what happened.
I'm not saying it's not wrong. Don't get me wrong there. If I get caught doing 100 miles an hour and the officer stops me and says, why were you speeding? I'm gonna say I don't know what the speed limit was. That's not gonna stop me from getting the ticket. Ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Okay.
They're still gonna get punished. But I'm saying it's not going up top. If my son, when he starts driving, drives 90 miles an hour, that's not me telling him he could drive 90 miles an hour. That's just him doing it on his own.
But if you were to have an accident, you're held culpable.
True statement.
Shannon, this is the equivalent, using your bank analogy, rob the bank analogy. This was calling ahead 15 minutes early and say, hey, I'm coming to rob your bank. That's the equivalent of what they, quote unquote, tried to do.
Yeah, but
That's what that was.
And I don't blame you for leaping to a conclusion, got caught red-handed, because you are prone, you've been conditioned over the years to think they cheat because they have been caught red-handed.
Right.
Not think.
Okay.
They do cheat.
They did.
They did.
They got caught.
yeah.
Yes.
And they've been accused in many ways, shape, and forms, including taping the walkthroughs before the first 2 Super Bowls they played against the Rams and the Panthers. Executives for those 2 teams accused Bill Belichick of taping their Saturday walkthrough. Now, that's cheating to me. Bugging a locker room would be cheating at Foxborough and Gillette.
And one of Coach Belichick's lieutenant took that same thing to Denver, and he got fired because he taped a walkthrough in London.
Okay? So I get it that you want to leap to the conclusion off reputation, and I'm with you. I want to believe that they have cheated too, because I do believe it. But in this case, it's so silly that it's got to be innocent, because I'm going to read that quote again from the Boston Globe from a source, and it was a Patriot source saying.
So what's he supposed to say?
You would, but he's just trying to put it in perspective. You would not go in wearing a Boston Bruins shirt, put a camera on a tripod in the press box, and hope nobody notices. It's silly. It's laughably bad, because the video in question is not good enough to do that for. Because if you want that video, you want to shoot it from ground level across the field from Cincinnati so you can see all their hand signals.
Right.
This is from the back, and you're getting coaches' backs, and you can see part of the hand signals, but you can't see the whole thing, because they're just trying to show the advanced scout's viewpoint from the second row of the press box. So he sat up right next to the scout and put his tripod camera and pointed down, and you shoot 8 minutes of B-roll to show, oh, this is his vantage point.
So you can do that. You couldn't do that in 30 seconds. You need 8 minutes.
30 seconds.
So the question was, would you have stopped?
Videographers are known to have.
Would you have stopped if the Bengals security guy would not have stopped him? Would he have stopped on his own?
No.
Probably not.
So
He
why
probably just
not?
sat there for the whole game.
Because I don't think he realizes that what he was doing was wrong until he was questioned. And I got NFL security, I got Bengals security. What I'm doing can't be right.
Okay. you and I, hey, James, hey, drop me off over here, bro. I need to get this. I come back, I run, jump in the car. All right, drive off. They pull us over. I done held up the liquor store. You didn't know anything. You innocent. What happened to you, James?
Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. I'm telling everything on you.
Tell all you want.
I ain't going to jail for you.
You driving the getaway
What you talking about?
You driving the getaway car.
I ain't going to jail for nobody.
You driving the getaway
If you
car.
jump in the car sweating, huffing, and puffing, I'm gonna be like, yo, why am I driving off fast? Like, what's going on? Shay,
I said, look,
you got me in something?
No, I ain't got you in nothing, bro.
Would you do that to him?
I just say, hey.
Got a lot of
I'm gonna get out the car and take my keys with me and tell him you sitting right here.
Hey, don't worry about it. I'm gonna tell him it was a plan. We planned this all along. We got cold feet.
Ain't nobody
We got
French.
cold feet.
Ain't nobody French.
We
around
got
here.
cold feet.
Friend.
Yeah, we got cold feet.
What are you doing robbing a liquor store?
Seriously.
I'm just saying.
You're robbing a lot of things.
I'm just saying that this videographer, that all of a sudden they want everybody to claim ignorance because ignorance of the law, but ignorance of the law is not an excuse.
I talked to a few people that were with them back when before or after they ended up getting caught, and they thought that was normal. That was just how every team operated.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, we have never filmed anybody's sideline.
Interesting.
But getting their signals, I think in that organization, maybe through that coaching lineage or line that was going through him, that was what they did.
Right.
That was their edge. That was
because
we never did that.
Josh McDaniels brought that to Denver, and Mr. Bolin was so upset. Mr. Bolin fired him on the spot. Said, you tarnish my reputation. You can't do that.
But he got caught.
Yes.
Yeah.
The 49ers caught him.
Okay.
In London.
In London.
Yeah.
Yes, he tried to film their walkthrough because the pressure was on Skip. They had lost like all these games in a row.
I got it.
So you think they blatant enough to say, hey, I'm coming.